Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna and today we're going to be working on tutorial number 3 for my Dreamland Suitcase Album. So I have started punching my holes in my straps for my suitcase part. So I will show you how I did that. If you remember, we cut those strips 1/2 inch wide, and let me see how long I ended up with. They are 12 inches long. So how I decided where I was going to cut them, I came in with my ruler. And you all know I love my clear ruler. So I'm going to set this at 1/4 of an inch along my edge there. And put my end right at the end of where my strap begins. I'm going to take an ink pen and I'm going to start at the 1 inch mark, and I'm just going to put a dot and a dot at 1.5, 2 inches, 2.5, and 3 inches, and that will be plenty. I'm doing extra. I won't be able to use them, but I'm doing extra just because it'll look more like a strap then that you can tighten. I'm going to use my crocodile here on the smallest setting, and I'll see if I can get it at an angle where you can see it. I'm just going to center that circle and punch. And I'm going to do the same to all the other ones. So I'm just going to center it the best I can, punch. There we go. And we end up, whoops, looks like I missed one. Hang on there. We skipped one. There we go. Perfect. Excuse me, please. My goodness. Wow. Now, I will apologize ahead of time. They are working on picking squash today. Still, this is the second tutorial in the same day. So if you start to hear the tractor, I might pause the video and continue it after they get further away, but we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, I've fastened one in here, and we'll just do the other one. I came in and I'm at the second hole there, so let's go ahead and put this one in the second hole. We'll put it right through the lip there, or the strap thing there. Now this stuff is very flexible, so that's where we're going to do that. So now we can come in and let's flip the book over. And I have some other pieces ready to go. So this piece is going to go here, and that's going to be, the straps are going to be underneath there. They are going to be on top of 2 of these. One is 2 1/4 by 10 3/8 high. They're all 10 3/8 in height. Okay. All 10 3/8. So let's go ahead and give them a little inking just along the edge to remove any maybe white you're seeing. I'm not sure I like this Distress Oxide as much as I like the Distressed Ink. It seems to let off on my hands a lot more. It doesn't seem to dry as fast, and I'm sure that's the way it's designed, but I like when they sell the bigger ones more. Now, the only ones I can seem to find at Hobby Lobby that are the Distressed Inks instead of the Oxide are the small ones. So we'll see. Seems like and I'm sure I can get the other ones other places, but Hobby Lobby is kind of convenient for me. So I'm going to save that one a second. We're going to go ahead and attach our 2 1/4 inch strip to this spine here, which would be, when our book is flipped around, it's our right spine. go. Perfect. And then our 2-inch piece goes where this is the top flip part. All right. There we go. There we go. Make sure they're all facing. Make sure they're facing in the right direction. I know this looks a little wrinkly here, but it's because it's flipped the wrong way. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can do with these two before we glue down. All right, so this one is going to be here. Grab a couple clips here to help me hold it. Extra little hands here. All right, so we're going to we want those even on the ends there. I'm going to put a clip there. And another clip here. There we go. And then we'll get these lined up where they're supposed to be. Looks about right. I just want to make sure that we are getting, yeah, that looks good. Make a little pencil mark here so I have something to go by. Can be erased. And do the same here. Center that should be about 3 inches. Make another little pencil mark. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take my glue and make a mark on this side too here, just so I know where my glue lines go in between. So I want glue right in between here. Just like this here. All right. And then I'm going to make another mark on this side. And we're going to make sure our glue is in between here. Just like that. Okay, I want that to set up before we progress any further. So we'll move on to something else while we let that dry. Okay. So I'm going to set these two pieces aside. And we will build our Z fold for the inside. So we have a piece of cardstock that is 12 inches wide by 9 3/4 inch high. We have another piece that is, I want to say it's 5.5 inches wide. I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up with here. 5.5 inches, yes. 5.5 inches wide by 9 3/4 high. Okay. I'm going to take my ruler and I put it down here at 1/2 inch. And I made a line, drew a line with my pencil. We're going to add glue to that. You can use tape, but we're going to attach the 5.5 inch piece to this other piece. What I wanted was a piece that ended up being 17 inches 17 inches wide. And the reason I wanted it 17 inches wide is because 8.5 would be my halfway mark. So let's go ahead and attach this here so that when my Z-fold opened up, or when my Z-fold was in my book, it was 8.5 inches wide. All right, so we got that. In addition to that, you're going to take two other pieces, and these are both 3 inches high. One is 12 inches, and one is 3 inches by 5.5. And we're going to go ahead and attach this piece too. Oops. And then this is just the build, so you can see how to build it. All right. So we got that. Now I'm going to take my scoreboard. And we are going to score the first one here. We're going to score it at 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 8.5. Okay? So fold this in half, just like that. Right? And then I scored the wrong one. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just turn it upside down. And then we'll fold this back. Okay. I want to make sure it's even there, just like that. Okay. The writing would be upside down, but it won't matter. So this is, and you can have it go this way too, just like that, whichever way you want. All right. For the second part, you're going to score the same. We're going to score at, let's see, do we want it this way? Yeah, we'll do it this way. 4 1/4, 8.5. Okay. Fold like you did the last one, burnish, and then fold this back on itself. Make sure everything's even and burnish. Okay. And what happens with these two is they sit opposite of what you would think. So, and I don't want to glue it all the way down because I'm going to use this in my next one. So we're just going to show you. So on the long part here, you would get the short piece. So you would glue this short piece right down here. Okay. And then the long piece would get glued on this side. So when you opened it, it would be like this. Okay. All right. Long panel, the widest panel gets the shortest one. The shortest panel gets the longest one. Okay, so we'll show you on the next one there. And so this is the other one. This is the other one that was created earlier, and I've got all things cut out for this one. So we'll go ahead and finish putting this one together. So here's my panel. And we're going to go ahead and put some glue on there just like we did the other 3-inch panel. You can make this whatever height you want. I just wanted it 3 inches so she has plenty of room if she wants to put pictures above it. And we're going to go ahead and put this down there just like that. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and attach our panels here. So mine is going to open up like this. And remember, I've attached a 1-inch hinge here that is scored at a 1/2 inch on the back right hand side. If you flip it over, be on your left, but it will be flipping to it. So I have pre-cut these pieces here, and I did a smidge on that. Let's see here. I thought I did, but it doesn't look like it too much. So let's go ahead and do it. Now this paper here is from the regular collection pack. It's got the dots on the back. And you don't have to put your paper down first, but it makes it easier because otherwise you have to cut kind of a a chunk out of it. So, because when you put your thing in there, then that would be in the way. So, all right, does that make sense? All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach our paper to this here. These are cut at, this piece was cut at 8 3/8 inches wide by 9 5/8 inches high. That's going to go in the biggest panel there. You can make Z folds pretty much any size you like. Just remember that you just fold it in half and then half again. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so let's go ahead and get this in there. And I'm just going to have just a little bit of an edge. Not much of an edge. Okay, come on. Just a tiny bit of an edge. Maybe. Might need to trim it more. There we go. I gave it a curve by peeling it up. All right. So that's our main page there. Then these are both the same. So these are 4 1/8 wide by 9 5/8 high. So you need 2 that size. And again, it's just a tiny bit of a, there we go. Okay. Four 1/8 wide, 9 5/8 high. And we're not going to decorate the back panel yet. We're only decorating this so we can finish the build of it. We'll decorate the back panel when we go to do the, oopsie, other decorating. Okay. Okay, gotta fold it all back together. Okay, so just like, if I can get a hold of it, just like this. Okay, now we need to, well, I guess we can go ahead and attach this. We gotta watch because I don't want to overdo it and then I can't get my magnets on. So we're going to come in here with our scoreboard. Okay. 4 1/4, 8 1/2. Fold in half. And fold. What did I do? Oh, I didn't go. Oh, I went 4 1/4. There we go. That'll be fine. 4 1/4. I went 4 3/4. Make sure it lines up nice. Everything's straight. There we go. All right. Bring this back in. If you remember, our short panel here gets glued on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my glue to my short side. Okay. Alright. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to drop that right along the edge there. Okay. And we're going to close this back up. What did I do? What did I do? Let me peel this back off of there. I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Okay, what did I do? Okay, sorry about that. I had it right. I don't know why I panicked. I don't know if I lifted it wrong or whatever, but I did have it right. So I attached a new 5.5 inch piece here and rescored it. So this is what it will do when it opens like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and reattach this. No harm done. That part's going to get covered, so it didn't tear anything that it wasn't supposed to. So let's get this lined up here, nice and square, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to open this and we're going to attach just to this panel here. So I'm going to mark it because I don't want my glue to go past here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of hold my thumb there. Well, actually, let me mark the top of this here. So I'm going to mark the top of this so I know. There we go. So my glue has to stay below this point here. Come right up to that score line. There we go. So we'll lay this right down like that. Just like so. And when we pick it up, see, it goes just like that. Perfect. All right. So then we will decorate this in a little bit. So there's our Z fold, nice and big. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and check our things here, see if they're dry. It looks pretty good. Looks like they're pretty dry. So now I want to debate whether I want to actually attach it to these. My concern is, what are they going to do when they open? Are they going to pucker? So let me undo one here. Oh, goodness sakes. Too tight maybe? There we go. There we go. These got to be broke in. Let me undo one here. Need to break in a little bit. They're very stiff. There we go. So my concern is, are they gonna, I think they'll be all right. So let's go ahead and reattach those. Like so. Back in there. Back in there. Once they get broken, they'll be fine. You remember, these are paper, but it's like a fabric paper. So I've seen where they actually make purses with it and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of neat stuff. All right. I'll put my clips back on here just to help hold it. Like this. And we'll stand it on its end. And we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Let's get our ruler. Remember, 3 inches to the center. So, actually, it should fall nice and natural there. Okay. So I'm just going to add the glue right to this. Give a good amount of glue. There we go. And then just kind of pull it. On a napkin. Okay. Let's do the same to this one. Good amount of glue. Okay. All right. So we're going to turn this over like that. We're going to grab our other piece here. Make sure facing up. All right. And then this is going to get glued down right over top of that, like so. This piece is 9 3/8 wide by 10 3/8 high. And it has been smudged already. I'm going to add an extra little bit of glue on there. Just to make sure. Now before they were picking that squash by hand, now they brought in a great big machine, and the machine is helping pick it. So, all right, line this up like that. Don't want to be too close to my edge there. Where's my, there it is. I'm just going to put my hand underneath here so I'm not bowing my chipboard. I'm going to bow the chipboard. Down. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna okay. Might have to add some magnets or something under there to help hold that. Or once it's full. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Rome wasn't built in a day. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and come back here to this page. No, let's do page 1. Let's do page 1. Okay, so page 1. So I have decided to do, I had built a tunnel, and the tunnel was 11 inches long by 7.5 inches high. So, and then I didn't need the tunnel. So I cut the tunnel in half at 5.5 inches. Okay. So I have a 5.5 inch by 7.5 inch high tunnel, 5.5 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead and seal this off to make a pocket. Just going to make a pocket here, just add a bit of glue there, like so. So I got another one handy, and I'll probably use that somewhere else in the book. That's right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take a 7.5 inch high 1 inch strip that I scored at 1/2 inch, and I'm going to attach that hinge to my newly formed pocket. Okay. I'm going to put that on my right edge here. Just like so. And we're going to attach that right there. So let's go ahead and put glue on this. Okay. So we're staying within the parameters of our tunnel. We don't want to go drop it down to that extra 1/4 inch there that we have. Okay. There we go. And then I have created another piece. It's 10 1/4 wide by 7 1/4 high, and scored it 5 1/8, and that is going to be a tag, or like a little booklet that goes right inside of there. Okay, just like that. Our next piece is 8.5 by 11. I have scored this at a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, 5 7/8, and I had another score on there. Let me double check it. I know I went back and scored the bottom. So 1/2 inch, 3/4, okay, 5 7/8, and 6. Okay, and then this folds up like that, and we are going to attach our 1/2 inch edge at the very top of this page. Okay. So we are going to, this gets attached right at the very top, and it's the same width as the tunnel. There we go. Just like that. And then we can get our gusset back in shape there. We got a 1/4 inch gusset to make up for the thickness of this and for this here. So, and we'll put magnets or whatever we have to on there in a bit. Okay, so for the back side of page 1, so 1, 2 as I will call it, we're going to do a gatefold. Okay, so I have cut 2 pieces at 4 3/4 wide by 10 inches high, so the same height as the page, right? Same height as the page. And then I have scored these at 3/8 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. Okay, so on your 4 3/4 wide side, score at 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. So you're going to have just like 3/8 of an inch for your glue down. And again, we don't want to go past where our page is attached. There, and I've already got my magnets on there because what our closure is going to be. So I'm going to add glue to my 3/8 inch edge there of my hinge. There we go. Perfect. Oops. Almost perfect. I had it in there and it stuck to my finger. There we go. So we're going to come in here, line that up on the bottom. Don't want to keep it nice and flat. There we go. We'll go back in and get our gusset back in there as soon as we get this attached. All right. And then we're going to do the same on the right side here. Just down the 3/8 edge. Whoops. Or a little on the front if you slip. All right. So let's go ahead and match up with our line where our page stops and the bottom. Go back up here. Okay. And it looks like they're overlapping a little bit, but once we get our gussets back in here, we'll be all right. There we go. See, and we got just a nice little gap in there for opening. Okay. So you're going to flip that and like that. Okay. Now, for the closure, I took my 2 5/8 inch punch, it's a big one, and a scrap of just a nice blue paper that I found that matched pretty good. It's out of my scrap, cardstock scrap. And I punched out 4 cereal box pieces of that same circle, and then another round, and I glued 3 together, and we're going to glue the 4th one to that, and that's going to create a nice thickness, about the thickness of medium weight chipboard is what it ends up being. Okay, and the reason I want that is because I want it nice and stiff, because this is going to be our closure. So let's get that settled down there. Get the glue squeezed out. There we go. Get the glue, oops. It's the shiny side on shiny side, so it wants to slide around a little bit here. All right. There we go. Hold it together with my fingers. All right. Now we'll glue the blue to this side. There we go. So we're just going to glue that to the blue. Give it a press. Oops, whoops, oops, oops, pull that. I forgot my magnets. Ooh, that was close. I'm going to put some magnets on here. Okay. Got one on there. Where's my other one? I don't know what happened to my other one. So let's go ahead and get some tape here. Don't know what happened to my other magnet. Okay. And we're going to put that there, just like that. Let go. And get another magnet here. And another piece of tape. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can get this. I'm going to try to center that just like that. Like that, like that. Twist. There we go. Now I like to try to twist it because if you pull, sometimes you pull directly off, then it just stays there. And we don't want that. We want it to come off with it. All right. Let's try again. There we go. Press that down. Press, 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 press. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then this one's our top one. Just like that. So I want to make sure that, there we go. Got that right on there. The right magnet touching the right one. And then we'll attach our top piece here. Lined up just like it's supposed to be so we don't end up with our picture upside down or sideways. So just like that, I think, right? That looks pretty good. All right. And then this was just a sticker from the sticker sheet. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put this on there so I can give it a good press. Now I'm going to come in with my inker and ink all around that edge there, just so it makes that chipboard look a little better, or cereal box I should say, right? There we go. It's a nice, but all right. And that's going to hold that closed. Now, in addition to that, we have two pieces cut here that are going to go on here like this. And these are cut at 4 inches wide by 9 7/8 inches high. So we're going to go ahead and attach those right now. Okay. Just like this. Oops, come on, go on in there. Just to get this finished. Whoops, got my finger and some glue on the other side there. So let's go ahead and open that. Go. It's number 2. All right. Oh, there's my other magnet. Wondered where it went. Just got slid off is all. Okay, so that is the gate. Like that. Again, that will hold that closed nicely. And then I have created with the tag sheet, I just added some white cardstock underneath. And then this is a little tag, just a journaling tag she can write on for her. Maybe stick a little picture in there. And I've only glued down the 3 edges there to create a little pocket with this one. So that'll stick out. And then this one's just a little tiny tag attached. And then, of course, the white, you can add a picture to the back or journal. Now we got to put our decorative cardstock on this page. And what did I decide? Maybe I didn't decide. Apparently I didn't decide. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's see. We're going to have these 2 tags, and I'm going to put them on an angle like this and one like this, I think, so that when she opens this, she'll still have room for photos if she wants, but I just want to do it something different. We're not going to decorate the backs yet. Let's see here. Because we can add stickers and stuff, let's go ahead and look through our papers here. That's kind of pretty. I'm going to go with got blues. Let's break that blue up a little bit with this gold color, I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go with that sheet there. Alright. So let's get our book out of the way here a second. Oopsie. Got my tag. There we go. Bring in the cutter. Bring in the trimmer. Make sure it's unstable. I'm going to stack down a bunch of things here and make it off balance. Let's cut the trim part off there. Give it a measure. So we need, for the inside here, we need a piece that is, see, that's 8.5. So let's do 8 3/8, I guess. Now let's do 8 1/4. 8 1/4 wide by 9 3/4. 8 1/4 wide. 8 1/4 wide by 9 3/4. Okay. Bring it back in here. Settle in. Come, buckles. Cooperate. Got the buckles and we got a bump there. Okay, so just like that. Let's give this, let's go with the marigold here. Let's go with the marigold. Ooh. Wipe some of that off there. Grab my paper towel here and wipe some of that off. Oh, when you don't want it to wipe off, it doesn't wipe. When you want it to wipe off, it don't wipe off. When you don't want it to wipe off, it sticks to your fingers and everything else. Crazy stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and attach that. I'll get that because some light design in it too there. Okay. Clean up my glue bottle here. It's looking a little messy. All right. Make sure that's centered there. That's about right. Let's go ahead and flip it this way so it has a little bit more. We can press on a little bit better. There we go. Press on it a little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach this one like that on a slight angle. And we can always go back in and cover up the white hinge there. Okay, so just on a slight angle, just for something different. Okay. Press that down there. And then take our little tag here and kind of set it off over here. And we'll figure out closure things for those. Maybe a little flip or something. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Maybe just a little Velcro. Hidden Velcro. I got some little tiny Velcro. So maybe we'll just use that. All right, and I'm thinking I'm just going to put this one straight. Like so. There we go. She can open that one, open that one. She has a tag. There we go. Can put a couple more tags in here as we go along. Let's put our little magnet on there. There we go. All right, so our last part for the day is we're going to go back to the back here. And I have prepped a pocket for here. Now this one is 3 5/8 wide by 11 inches high, and I scored on the 11-inch edge, 1/2 inch each end, and then I just snipped the corners. In addition to that, I've created a little extra 1-inch band that is scored at a 1/2 inch, and we are going to attach that because these are going to be 2 pockets. So in addition to that, I have snipped off the corners of those, and I'm just going to come in here and lay this right up against this one. I had gently scored this at 5 inches right in the middle there. I've attached a magnet there. All right. And that shouldn't interfere with the pockets or anything. But what I can do is, do I have a small punch somewhere? Yeah. Let's go ahead and I'll wait and see if it interferes. I'll leave it like that, but I don't think it'll interfere with my tags. If it does, I'll slip a piece of paper over top of that. Okay. So what we're going to do is put some glue on our tabs here. Glue down at the bottom. Glue on the tab. Glue on the tab. And what these tabs do is they allow us to have a little bit of extra room for our tag, so it's not, the pocket isn't so tight. Okay. You can do it without that, but your pocket might be a little tight. All right, so we're going to come in here, and I'm going to kind of stay a little ways away from the edge there. there. Here we go. Just like that. Just so it has a nice outline. Down the center. I want to get down that center there. Go. So we got two nice pockets there. Good way to hide the magnet. All right, so now we're going to bring in our Z fold, and that has to be squared off. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that 1/2 inch hinge to the thing, and then we will add our magnets that are going to help keep this closed. So I'm just adding a glue along that 1/2 inch edge there of that. There we go. And then I want to kind of center this here like so. I think that'll work. Oops, if I don't tilt it, right? There we go. Let's go ahead and open that. Put that down. Let's open this. Make sure our hinge is on there good. There we go. All right. So now we need our other bigger magnets. And I figured I could do one there. See how that's... But then I'm going to put another one. So we're going to do this one here. So let's go ahead and see them there. Right on that panel. So let me get a piece of tape here. And going to put the tape upside down. There's the magnet. I can get it to let go of me. There we go. Okay. Slide it off. There we go. So let's, I don't want to bend, see here, I don't want to bend this. So I'm just going to reach in here and press on that. Press on that good. Okay. And then we're going to put another magnet right on the back here. Oops. Just like that. Hold that down with a piece of tape. Just like that. And then this should, there we go. So we got a magnet holding to this one here. So we got a magnet on the back side that holds to this magnet here. And then we've got a magnet on this side, this panel here, so it holds to this magnet here. Okay? Should be plenty of magnets there. And I'm going to straighten this back out now that it's kind of bent a little bit. There we go. There we go. So that should hold that nicely. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let me see. Good way to test it is to throw a couple more pieces of paper in there. So let's go ahead and throw a couple pieces of paper in there. Okay. It still feels like it's catching good enough. All right. All right. And I think that's good for today. I think that will hold us in. We'll come back and, like I said, we'll add magnets and whatever we need to hold this one down. So we got our page one done. Got our magnet there. All right. I think we did pretty good. We are at just 1 hour. Just a couple seconds over 1 hour. All right. So if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers. And if you're not, I would appreciate it if you did so at this time. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button down in the right hand corner. When the bell pops up, go ahead and hit that bell and you'll be notified each time I put up a new video. And I hope you follow along and give it a try. And it does not have to be this papers. You can use any papers you like or any event. But as always, until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.